It's that time of the week. It's Monday. Blizzard has dropped a new challenge rift on us. Challenge Rift 181. So let's get in there and see what class we're playing this week. See how difficult this challenge rift is. Let's check it out. All right, guys. As soon as we get in the rift, let's click on the soul mirror and see what we're working with. It looks like we got a Zunimasa's set. We have 6 pieces. If you count the offhand, we have a royal ring. So we got the 6-piece bonus. Mask of Jerem's going to give us pet damage. We're going to have some damage reduction to our zombie dogs. Nothing else really fantastic. Gargantuan ring. That's about it. So the way this looks like this build is going to work is we're going to cast our Gargantuan when we get into the rift, our zombie dogs when we get into the rift, and our fetish army when we get into the rift. So that is 2, 4, and left click. We have Spirit Walk on number 1. That's going to avoid damage. It's also going to make us move faster. And we're going to have Haunt and Pronado. We need to make sure that we Haunt and Pronado things because that's what's going to increase our damage from our 6-piece bonus. If you look at the 6-piece bonus, it says enemies hit by your mana spenders take 15,000% increased damage from your pets. So the pets are going to do all the damage. We need to make sure we just Haunt and Pronado things to kill it. Move through the rift. This is going to be a very punishing build if you die this week, especially if your stuff's on cooldown. So walk the rift down slow. We'll take pylons and get our shadow clones. Try to use those for our advantage. I haven't gone in and tested the rift yet, so we're going to go in blind and see how this plays out. Really quick, before we jump in, I'm going to move some abilities around. Gargantuan doesn't need to be on left click. I'm going to put Haunt on left click and Pronado on right click. That way we can walk into the rift and just go 2, 3, 4, and then we can number 1 to Spirit Walk. We shouldn't have to press these buttons again, really, once we get them up. Just make sure that your dogs don't die. Your max is 6 dogs, 3 Gargantuans, and 8 fetish armies. So as long as you see this 6, 3, 8, you are good to go. All right, guys, as soon as we get in the rift, we're going to 2, 3, 4, just like we talked about. And then we are going to Pronado and Haunt enemies to put the damage out. So I'm kind of skip past these guys. Hopefully my pets kill them as fast as they can. If we start getting in trouble, we're going to Haunt. That's going to be like our panic button, our number 1 ability. So we're gonna panic button with that. Trying to Pronado on these things. I'm just gonna walk the rift slow. We'll see how timer goes. I haven't pre-scouted this rift, so I don't know how tight the timer is. So far, it looks like we're a little behind, but I'm not worried about that. I think we're going to get pylons, and I think the pylons are going to juice us up. Every now and then, I'm glancing up at my pets to make sure I have 6, 3, 8. As long as I see 6, 3, 8, then I'm good to go. Whenever you get this tile type right here, it looks like the male anatomy right here. You always want to go down the shaft. That's the way out of these levels, man. It's always the way out. So if you ever see those, kind of a little tip, you guys already know. There could be some pylons and some other things the other way, but we're just going to go ahead and get to the next level because I know if I go that other direction, I'm 100% going to have to backtrack to come here. And see, here's the pylon right here. So it's probably played out in my favor. So now that we have a shadow clone, the shadow clone is going to wreck stuff. What I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to use my Haunt as much as I can to advance through the rift a little faster and take advantage. I also know going to the right up here, the northeast is the way out. But since we have the shadow clone, I want to take advantage of him a little bit. And I'm going to go ahead and scout this dead end and look for elites and things like that. See, there was a couple elites down here. I didn't pick up those orbs up there because I know I'm going to get them on the way back. I know some of you watching might have thought, oh man, you missed a bunch of orbs up there. Nah, we'll get them on the way back through. So it looks like, I don't know if our shadow clone's still with us. I wish there was a timer for that guy, but he's probably gone. But look at the timer. We're so far ahead of timer now. And we're going to go ahead and scout this way. The end is probably pretty close. I would assume we're getting close to the end of the level. Here we go. We got this elite up here. He's dead. He knocked me back and dazed me. I was going slow. Maybe check for another pylon down here. Oh, there is another pylon. Man, that's unfortunate because the end of the level is going to be right up here. So when you guys get to this tile type, remember this pylon's here. You can use this pylon to kill that set and the elite that's to the north. That'll save you a couple seconds, especially if you're running low on timer. So probably maybe one more pylon if we're lucky, but probably not. We might have to finish the rest of the rift off with no pylons. So again, I'm just moving through the rift kind of slow. I'm being kind of careful not to get killed this week. Again, we have 638 on our pets, so we know our pets are good. Our pets are off cooldown, so if we died, it wouldn't be the end of the world. We could get them back up, but you want to try not to die this week. Most weeks you can get away with a death or two. The pet builds are a little bit more punishing if they're on cooldown. See, I almost died right there. I ran onto that furnace. That scared me. Again, we're just creeping through the rift. Time looks to be pretty good as long as the Rift Guardian doesn't take us too long to kill, which it shouldn't. He should die pretty quick. We're out of mana at this point. I'm gonna Spirit Walk. I don't even know what rune we have on Spirit Walk. I didn't look. Hopefully it's one that generates mana back. But we're getting kind of low on mana. I said Spirit earlier on mana. Pretty close to getting Rift Guardian. Tornado on these guys. One more set of elites right here. This might be enough to get us close. It's gonna get us super close. What are we at? 95%? Okay, we still need one more elite pack. Should have plenty of time though. Don't get killed by gargantuans. Watching out for the explosion. Group this stuff up. And man, an elite would have been nice right here. They got kind of stingy with the elites, but that's okay. We got Rift Guardian spawned. He spawned kind of far away. It's Orlash. I went ahead and Spirit Walked as soon as I got to him because I figured we'd kill him before Spirit Walk wore off, and it was pretty close. And that's it, man. We did a time of 4:27 on the first blind run. And that's it for the challenge rift this week, guys. It was pretty easy. We didn't have a whole lot of trouble with it. Just make sure you walk the rift down. Make sure you use those 2 pylons that we got to your advantage. I will catch you guys next week for challenge rift 181. If you haven't already, consider hitting the subscribe button, hit the bell notification icon so you don't miss any uploads. Help support the channel. You guys are awesome. I'll see you next week. Peace.